Hi, what's up? I'm Derek Anderson. I used to do the Pro Nationals back in the day, and I got a few national numbers that I'm pretty proud of. And we're out here in Lakewood, Colorado at the Thundery Valley Motocross Park, getting ready to ride the Stark Varg for the first time, courtesy of Electric Cycle Rider.
Quick rundown. This is your power button here. So this turns the bike on. Click down. That's going to put it in your power mode. And so you can see right there that number 1. That means you're in mode 1. Horsepower wise, I've got it set to 30 horsepower, 40, 50, 60, and 80. Okay. So it's up to you how you want to run it. You know, you can test all the power modes. I'm personally running it in 40 horsepower a lot in off-road environments, but being up here, you know, you probably want to bump it up a little bit, but it's your call. This number in the middle right here is your battery percentage, and so at 99% right now.
Dude, this thing's wild. I could definitely tailor it to my riding to where I'd really like this thing.
Yeah. What mode are you in? 2?
I had her in 3, I just turned it down to 2.
How does it feel to you, like in corners and whatnot?
Oh man, I really like it. It's I could get so used to this thing, like without the clutch.
I should be filming
and like,
this actually.
I know. I'm saying how I could get used to it is there's less to worry about. I don't have to worry about shifting. I don't have to worry about the clutch. It's just like, and when you want the power, it is there. Even on setting 3,
yeah.
Like, god damn.
It's crazy, right?
So sick, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of nice. You can almost shut a lot of your brain off and just be like, cool, I'm on my feet in the right position. You're always in the right gear and you got plenty of power.
Yeah, ride where you're at.
Okay, sounds good.
So sick. Yeah, so we just got off the Stark Varg for the first time. Initially, right off the bat was like, wow, the torque on this thing. Like it was really manageable at the beginning, and as I started to ride it faster, I started to have to finesse it a little bit. As I started getting used to this thing, I'd come out of a loamy corner onto the hard pack, and I kind of had to shut off the throttle quite a bit because if I left it on, there was so much torque, I'd feel the bike want to slide a little bit. So. But it's actually a good thing because by the time I started getting used to it, it was really, really usable. Especially in a loamy corner, I'd drop the bike down on my gas bike. I would normally like have to have the throttle on, clutch in, like ready to pick myself up out of it. And this thing, there's so much torque, I was able just to grab a handful of throttle and pull me right out. So I wasn't dropping my leg as much. We had it set on like low engine braking. And I really like that because it kind of reminds me of the old two-stroke days. It floats into the corners a lot better. And one thing I noticed too is it hits all the braking bumps. Sometimes with engine braking on a big four-stroke, especially coming wide open down a hill and you downshift a lot into a really low gear, the engine braking and the braking kind of lock up the chassis and you can feel every single bump. Well, on this thing, with minimal rear brake and hardly any engine braking, I was able to hit every single braking bump going into the corners, and it was really, really predictable. I'd be interested to get a 19-inch wheel on it and see if I could, you know, the little bit skinnier tires, see if it would help me drop in the corners a little bit more. So Tucker had this thing set up for like setting 2 was like 40 horsepower. Setting 3 is 50 horsepower, and it goes up from there. Honestly, I rode it in 3 the whole time. Here in Thundery Valley Motocross Track, there's a lot of pretty big jumps, a lot of elevation, and I'm 205 pounds, probably 210 with gear on, and level 3 50 horsepower was plenty for me. Like I didn't even actually, I felt kind of bad I didn't get to give it the full beans. I didn't turn up to level 5. 2 reasons. One, I was conserving a little bit of battery, but 2, also like I didn't need it. It was so fast for what it was. There's so much torque, and I was able to do all the jumps just like I would do my normal bike. Scrubbing was just fine. I felt so good on this bike in stock form how it is, not even really close to set up how I would like it. I would totally take this out for a weekend race or something. I think it needs a little bit more fine tuning to take it out to maybe a national to hang with those boys, but it's got plenty of power, that's for sure. The power is badass on this thing. There's a lot of people this could be for because it can tailor to so many people. Like I said, if you got your own track where you can come in conveniently, charge it in your garage, go back out, sweet. If you have a way to swap out a battery and or a way to charge it quicker at a motocross track, it'd be for that guy. I personally want one. Obviously, like me being an ex-pro rider, I have a blast on this thing. And just to be honest, like, the fact that we only got an hour out of it today, doing here and there riding, and then it's going to take a little while to charge it up, you know, I would like to be able just to maybe bolt in another battery. I haven't seen that yet. Talking about the battery life, you know, if that was kind of taken out of the question, I would totally be a buyer of one of these. I have a brand new Honda 450 right now, and it's an awesome bike. Working full time and having a kid and all that, you know, it takes a little extra effort to go riding nowadays with the maintenance on the bike and all that, and to have this thing just get on and go, you know, maybe wash it when you're done, depending on the conditions. Convenience is, you know, a lot of people pay for convenience too. You know, I'd really like to thank Tucker with Electric Cycle Rider, give me the opportunity to ride this Stark Varg. And I'd like to thank my suspension guy, Applied Technology. We had a leaky fork seal. I called him up and he was here right away to fix it for us, so appreciate these guys.